Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video I am going to be making an exfoliating and brightening shower gel. Kindly stay. Welcome back to my channel. First time making a voiceover. So in this video we are going to be making use of our allantoin, our guar gum, yes, our EDTA. We are going to be using our distilled water, our glycerin, and our alpha-arbutin, and our xanthan gum. Now this is optional. We're also going to be making use of my glycolic and lactic acid solution at 10%. This is already measured out. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is measuring my allantoin and dissolving in a double boiler. I'm going to be dissolving with my distilled water. I hope we all know the process and what a double boiler looks like. So yeah, I'm stirring and I went ahead to do a double boiler, and I also decided to dissolve my sodium, my EDTA, also in warm water. This was what I got. So now after doing that, this is what my solution looks like. This is my dissolved allantoin and EDTA. And I don't think I recorded a video of me pouring the lactic and glycolic acid solution into the container. I actually poured it here. As you can see, I poured it into the allantoin and EDTA solution. The next thing I did was to add my guar gum to the solution. Now, when I did this, I realized that I did not know how to properly dissolve guar gum in water. I eventually discovered it, but that was like after the video. It was kind of like hard trying to stir and dissolve the remaining. I still had like clumps, so I battled a lot. It's not easy dissolving guar gum without an hand mixer, and I didn't have an hand mixer. I also realized that my weighing scale had already stopped working, so I just had to improvise using my measuring spoon. Please do not do it. Ensure you measure with a weighing scale. I'm also going to be posting a description of the percentage that I use at the end of the video, so you have to stay tuned. Kindly permit me, this is the first time making this kind of DIY video. So the next thing I did was to pour out my glycerin. I intended using it to dissolve my xanthan gum. Now I'm using xanthan gum clear. Any xanthan gum you have, you could use. I decided to use xanthan gum and guar gum in this formulation because I wanted my shower gel to be very thick. So now you can see here that I am measuring out my xanthan gum, and then I'm going to be pouring it into the glycerin, and I'm going to stir and put it aside so it can properly hydrate. As promised, I am going to be leaving the recipe at the end of the video, so please, you have to stay tuned. And I'm also going to be repeating it again. Ensure you use a weighing scale. I just had to make do with what I have because my weighing scale has spoiled. It wasn't working anymore. So now you can see that the guar gum has fully incorporated into the water, and it was already getting this. I was already getting this stick-like consistency, and the next container that is beside me, the container that doesn't have any measuring spoon in it, is my surfactants that I'm going to be using in this recipe. Now here I was trying to stir to ensure that there are no longer any clumps in the solution, but I wasn't liking the consistency I was having, so I decided to go with my Polysquanterum 7. Now this is extremely optional, very much optional. If you have just xanthan gum for this formulation, it's totally fine. You're good to go. If you have just guar gum for this formulation, you're good to go. Just make do with any thickener. I just wanted my own shower gel to be very thick and have this consistency that I was looking for. That was why I added the Polyquaternium 7. It's very much optional. Kindly pardon me, this is my first time shooting a DIY formulation video with my phone. Yeah, it's kind of like substandard, but I mean, it's better than nothing, right? So here I was trying to mix to ensure that there are no longer any clumps in my formulation. Yeah, that's it. Please do not forget to subscribe. So in this formulation, I'm going to be making use of 2 surfactants. Now, if you don't know what surfactants are, they are like foaming agents that helps a product to foam and lather. Now I'm going to be making use of my dicyl glycoside and my cocoa butane. I also forgot to record the part where I added my surfactant into the formulation, into the container. So just in case you don't see that, just know that I added my surfactant into the container. Now I was just checking to see if my xanthan gum has properly hydrated. As you can see, the glycerin is already running. So I mixed my surfactants and added it into the solution. Now, one thing about working with thickeners is that you have to leave them for a while so they can properly hydrate. Because when you're working with them, it will look as though it's not getting thick until after some minutes you realize that you've added too much of the thickener in the solution. So yeah, I was adding my xanthan gum into the solution and I decided to give it a proper stir. So depending on what you want, you can decide to add more humectants in this formulation so as to give it a moisturizing effect, because I didn't add enough glycerin into this. I intended using it for my face. My face was already oily. I don't want too much oiliness already. So yeah, I already measured out my alpha arbutin liquid. It's already in liquid form, not in powdered form. If you have powdered form, it's totally fine. I added it also into the solution and I gave it a proper stir. I realized that the container was too small for the liquid. I decided to transfer it into another container that is bigger, and I also went ahead to give it a proper stir. Now my shower gel is already formed, is already getting as thick as I wanted it to be. Yes, this is how it looks like. As you can see, it's already thick. Shower gel is almost ready. So I proceeded to check and balance my pH. When formulating from scratch, it is very important that you always check your pH. And now the pH that I'm going to be working with is pH of 4, because I don't want it to be too acidic for my skin. And so I decided to work with sodium lactate to increase the pH of this formulation. Sodium lactate is a very, very good skin ingredient. So it's a salt of lactic acid, and I decided to use it because it was what I have available. You could decide to opt for anyone you have, sodium bicarbonate or sodium hydroxide, anyone you have available. After balancing the pH, then my preservative, any preservative of choice is fine, and I transferred it into this bottle. As you can see, I'm testing it out. You can see it's foaming. Yeah, that's it. Bye.